Welcome back, 360 Foodies. Chef Steve here, and today we're going to make a healthy, very tasty chicken vegetable soup. Takes me 10 minutes to make. Super easy to make, and all of you will be able to do it at home. This soup for me is things that I find in the grocery store that are already either frozen, pre-made, or packaged in a healthy way. So, what is a good pot of soup without a friend to share it with? So today I have my friend Emily Nichols, who's part of the Disabilities 360 marketing department. Emily, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm currently sitting in front of an empty bowl of soup, and that makes me sad.
We'll soon fix that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So, step one is we're gonna cut an onion, and then we're gonna slice it with my accessible tool here that I'll tell you about. Now, this is a product made by OXO. There's 4 different slicing tools in here. It's like a mini mandolin. And it's got a slice I'm going to use for the onion. It's the perfect width that I have. Now you can't adjust the width, so you just have to choose the one that works for you. Now this works really well for me, having only one hand I'm able to use. Now this is my guide, so I do not cut my hand or scrape my knuckles, okay? That's very important to use. Take my cut half onion like this. This has little dots on it that you can press into the fruit you're cutting. And I just start slicing. Now you see people do it really fast. I go at a nice pace so I know I can't slip or hurt myself. So here's my onion all sliced, ready to go. So step 2 is to make sure I have all my ingredients for my soup. 4 chicken breasts that were pre-cooked and shredded, a bag of mixed vegetables which has carrots, peas, and green beans in it, 64 ounces of low sodium chicken broth, 1 onion that's been sliced, an 8-ounce package of sliced portobello mushrooms, an 8-ounce package of shredded carrots, or 16-ounce frozen package of spinach, chopped spinach, powdered bone broth, rosemary, thyme, and black pepper in here dried, 2 tablespoons of each. Then I have fresh sage, thyme, and rosemary. And then a little bit of sea salt if I feel it needs a little sea salt. Step 2 is going to be, we're going to start with the chicken broth, bring that to a low simmer. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the powdered bone broth. We're just going to sprinkle it in. Now you don't want your bone broth, the powder, to be clumpy at all. So I'm going to use a whisk right here. I'm going to whisk it into my chicken broth. Next thing we're going to add is our dried herbs. Now I have 2 teaspoons of ground sage, 2 tablespoons of rosemary leaf, and 2 tablespoons of black pepper. Just going to mix that in. Take my whisk, I'm going to whisk it in. Next ingredient we're going to add is we're going to do our fresh herbs. I'm going to put the whole stalk of each one in here. What happens as you cook the soup, the leaves will fall off, and then I pick the stalks out at the end. I like my broth to have a lot of flavor. I'm gonna let this kind of simmer for about 3 minutes just to kind of get the herbs to blend all together. So Emily, what's your favorite soup?
Oh, you caught me stealing yours. Yours is about to become my favorite soup.
So Emily's taking notes here because she wants to make it right away at home. Now I've got this at a nice low simmer. Our next ingredient is gonna be our raw onion that we just sliced up. And we're gonna let this simmer for about 4 minutes total. Let the onion cook a little bit. So some of you may notice I didn't saute the onion, I just put it in the broth. The reason behind that is I did not want any oil in the soup, because oil will rise at the end of the soup making. I don't want people to have to take the oil off, skim the oil off the top of the soup. I just want to taste it to see if it's got all the flavors I want it before I start adding all the ingredients. Very good. It's perfect. Now we're ready for the ingredients. We're going to do the chicken first. The next ingredients is going to be the mushrooms. So a chef's tip with this is sometimes you'll see you need a little more broth because it evaporates. You can see the steam. You can always add water. I'm adding 16 ounces of water to our broth. That does 2 things. It will dilute your broth a little bit, but it'll also cool it down, so you have to let it heat up again. So our next ingredient we're going to add are the mixed vegetables. Now this is a medley again of green beans, carrots, peas, and corn. Then our next ingredient is going to be the frozen chopped spinach. Now those of you that don't like spinach, you can also use frozen chopped kale as well. Then our last ingredient is going to be the bag of 8 ounces of shredded carrots. So our next step is we're going to cover it and we're just going to let it simmer 10 to 15 minutes. In about 5 minutes, I'm going to add a little secret ingredient that you can add if you want to, but it's cavatelli pasta. As you can see, it's just shaped like this. Now you don't have to add pasta, or you can add any pasta you want to add. And we're only going to do about a half a cup. You really don't want to touch it a lot. You just want to kind of let it sit and simmer and boil like this. It's like a medium high is what I have it on. Now as the soup starts to boil, you're going to see the stems come up that all the herbs have fallen off. I'm going to start to fish those out.
I think I just got healthier looking at that soup.
Now we just cover it and we let it sit and simmer to your liking. A good way to test is to test the mushrooms. And if you have pasta, test the pasta. Okay, Emily, our soup's ready. Are you ready?
Born ready, Chef Steve.
So Emily, now that you've eaten about a half a bowl, what do you think?
Honestly, this takes me straight back to my grandma in Wisconsin. This is super good for the soul. I think that's why they say chicken soup is good for the soul. Super
right.
awesome. Good
This
call
is
on the
for a
bone, bro.
cold wintry night in Wisconsin.
And Arizona at 75.
Arizona at 75, ah, that's true.
Perfect.
So there's your easy to make chicken vegetable soup. Not only delicious, but it's good for you. Thanks for being here today, and I hope you're back next month for another new recipe. Thanks for watching.